always catch us in the pre-show. Welcome to 99 and Good Enough, where we keep it 100.
We got an esteemed guest today.
Well, let's get to the custodians first.
We got I see
Debonair to my right.
Yes, sir. I see my sparring brethren on here. I get hyped up.
Coach Jones to my left.
Yes, sir.
Boom.
It's summertime.
Yes,
and
sir.
Debonair, you're gonna introduce the esteemed guest on the show.
Man.
West Tampa's finest.
West Tampa's finest.
You know what I mean?
Number 3 in your program, but number 1 in your heart. Yes. Cedric Lee, a.k.a. Boo Man.
Ooh, man. Hey, we're on the show today. It's been, fellas, 5-6 weeks?
Yeah, man, we've been busy.
So y'all already know when we take some time off, we just get in here. Sometimes we freestyle like some of the best freestylers in the world.
Yes, we coming with a banger today.
And we do that at a very high level. We do got
Yes.
Cedric Lee on the show, which is going to give us just some insight from his world. You know, we're going to get into just everything that's going on. The first thing, anybody got a event? Anybody got a?
Coach Jones do.
Coach Jones, you got a rant?
I just assume he the old head. You know what I'm saying?
Well, you are Mr. Rant.
You Mr. Red.
No, ain't no rant. I want to discuss how Coach Mario done let these people kill the game of basketball with all this travel, all this AAU, all these rankings of third graders and fourth graders. Yeah, you know that's a thing, Coach.
That's been a thing for about 12 years,
yeah,
Coach.
they'll rank at what? Realistically, what, 5th, 6th
Class
graders?
of 2029 is already ranked.
Yeah.
How old those kids are?
I don't know. 2029.
Wait, hey,
Right.
hey,
Ranking the elementary kids?
y'all,
Yes.
boy,
y'all
that's a
serious?
That's
No,
a
I'm dead
thing.
serious, Coach.
Some of them barely can go to the bathroom by
Hey,
themselves.
Coach,
Right.
what,
Pissing all over the seat.
hey, listen. We need stat check from Mr. Rogers,
think they got
who's
the
the number 1 ranked 5th grader in the country right now. Just type it in.
Wow.
Watch what come up.
Number 1 ranked 5th grade.
And 6th grader.
You know how many things
what
gonna
about
go
the
down
spelling
before they can get to where they gonna be?
The spelling bee don't matter no more.
What?
No, what?
Spelling bee.
But the spelling bee guys are the ones that own the businesses that the guys that are ranked right now that never pan out. They're their boss.
What's my theory, Coach Jones and Coach Reed? The best player at 8 is rarely the best player at 18.
Really?
I ain't saying it
Rarely.
ain't never happened.
No.
Number 1 ranked 6th grader, Nick.
He better not come up with a name. He came up with a name.
Wow.
Number 1 ranked 5th grader in the country. Who's number 2, 6th grader? Don't worry about it. We got the number 1 ranked. Andrew, shout out to you. This is no knock on you, Andrew.
Knock on you, Drew.
Listen, and you, I'm sure you cold as
Keep doing
ice
what
right
you're
now.
doing.
But I promise you, if I can give you anything that you need, maintain a level of discipline, let the love supersede everything when it comes to hooping, and don't get caught up in the monotony and the nonsense that everybody just keep grinding.
Number
But
1 ranked 5th grade.
5th grader.
That's
So
tough.
now, youth sports. I went to a travel baseball game. Go ahead.
Do we have a shoe deal?
We don't even have a coach in the building. Now,
I'm talking about the 5th
You
grade.
talking about the 5th grade?
no, we don't have a now. There
He got
Listen.
something.
He got something.
It's possible. I don't know.
That's what I'm saying. Coach.
I don't
So
wanna
what about
say
this?
again.
What about this kid the football player who has these like ridiculous workout programs that's fast? He's from
Programs or
Tampa.
programs?
Programs. What's the kid name? With the dreads.
Oh,
That's Lil
Blaze.
Blaze.
Lil Blaze, right?
Rudolph. Is
Now-
it
now-
Rudolph
Yeah,
Ingram?
Rudolph, that's his
Now.
That's his real name.
That's his
Rudolph
daddy
Ingram.
now.
I mean, we cat quick, dominate new sports, all that, right? Now, let's just say that kid don't grow no more than 2 more inches and gets 20 more pounds. How much can he really pan out?
Well,
Let's do hypothetics right now.
hypothetically, the one thing he got, and somebody up here on this panel told me a long time ago, you want to be an athlete on a big time level, you better be able to do at least one thing very well.
Very well.
He can fly.
He can fly. Right.
So
Flat out
he
fly.
gonna be all right.
Yeah, so now just using football in the sense, okay, we know he got that, right? And he's already doing high level sports performance type of programs.
And let me just say this too, real quick. He ain't to me, he a football player who just happened to be ridiculously fast. Like, I think he a football player. I don't
Okay,
think
yeah.
he a track dude to play
And I ain't
football.
seen enough on him,
Yeah.
but I've seen enough to like, oh, this is special
I
right
don't know
now.
about the workout
Instincts.
stuff, but I know he a football player. Like, I don't think
Now
he's,
with me, he could go either way.
he could be a football.
But
guy.
typically what
Or a
happens-
track-
Yeah.
or a track star, because, like you were saying, depending on his growth,
Right.
like
There's
He
some,
can fly, though.
there's some physical attributes that's needed because Deshaun Jackson can fly, Tavon Austin can fly.
Yeah.
There's a lot of guys that can fly, but what guys that can actually fly that were small that didn't play on the other side of the ball defensively?
mean?
Like defensively, they was very good. Like say where you gonna put him at in the slot?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Like,
Like,
in the slot.
throw them in the slide.
Yeah,
you know?
hell
So
yeah.
so is it safe to say we got more maneuverability in football than we would be on the hoop side?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. What's the kid y'all said earlier, Nick?
Andrew.
No. You said
got too much wiggle room on that hoop,
Julian
on that
Newman.
No, ain't too much.
Julian Newman.
Like you say, he was super
But I've been learning
skilled.
from y'all. It ain't too much wiggle room on the court.
No, it ain't. It ain't because what happens is a kid that's small, that's highly
I never
skilled.
played basketball on that level.
A kid that's small and highly skilled. Remember, guys are just as big, moving just as well as you are now. So it just ain't gonna work.
Yeah. Julian Newman, that's the kid Nick was talking about. He like 5'.
It just ain't gonna work. And then,
You know,
me and Dyke had a debate off the air, coach, one day.
I
How many superstars? Let's use NBA.
You got the-
Hold on, kid. Just listen to this real quick. How many superstars in the NBA in the last decade that was under 6'5"?
Yeah. Them days over with.
oh, it's done changed.
I mean, obviously.
Under
Steph,
6'5", you only had Steph.
Steph
That's
and
it.
what now? John Morant.
Yeah, but
Kyrie.
But no. We said listen, y'all.
The last 10 years.
Superstars. We talking about like you went and bought a ticket to watch Kyrie because I watched
I
LeBron
literally
4 times.
did.
Okay,
I literally
so
went
I have
and
it.
saw Kyrie by myself in Orlando.
So now is Kyrie selling more tickets than LeBron?
LeBron?
Right.
No.
So when we talk about that
I
level.
think Kyrie is a superstar in today's NBA.
Of course, I would agree with that. I would agree with
He's
that.
a superstar.
But now Durant.
Yeah, Jones. In
No,
today's
today's
NBA,
not like we're not talking about
not a realistic.
The way
we're
it
not
is
talking about
now,
Durant.
I
We're
got
not
it.
talking about like
Now.
LeBron. We're not talking
Yeah.
about MJ. We're
Okay,
talking about like
I got you.
in today's league. I
'Cause
mean,
the
guys
word
got
get-
shoe deals.
Yeah, the word gets tossed around. There's only 3 or 4 superstars.
I was
in
gonna
the
say
league.
that's where I was
Real.
going.
Stephen Curry, LeBron,
LeBron,
like Steph selling
Giannis.
tickets. Giannis, they selling
What's my
tickets.
big boy
They selling
name
tickets.
in Philly? Embiid.
Embiid.
That's it as far as the superstars go. I
Is he-
think
is he a
Come in, he
superstar?
can be very productive.
Is
super
it?
productive.
And make
They make
a
300 million.
He can make a whole bunch of.
Yeah.
We
Is
know.
Embiid a superstar?
Huh?
Is Embiid a superstar?
Embiid.
Dak said Embiid.
He on his way.
Okay, let's take him
He
out.
on his way. I'll
Let's
take
take him
that.
out and put-
I'll take that.
Let's take him out and put Jokic in there.
Jokic ain't sexy
I
enough.
say he
Ain't
on
sexy.
his way
Ain't
too.
sexy
Yeah,
enough.
like-
He ain't sexy
He
enough.
got the game,
Who?
but he
I
ain't
say
got the
Giannis.
everything to go with.
Oh,
it.
We said
Don Luke.
Luka. Yeah, over Jokic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like you said, from the fans' perspective. From the-
And now you really global because now you know what I mean.
Yeah.
You take
Luka got a little antics with him.
no doubt about it.
antics with it.
But Joke is doing some stuff we ain't seen. So back to the original question of youth sports or basketball, should we say?
Basketball. Oh,
And
Corey, give him props. What I said a couple of years ago about the top 5 players in the NBA being foreign born. I was close. I'm 4 out of 10. Giannis,
Jokic, Doncic,
and
and Embiid.
not American born, John.
For your
But you saw ahead of that way years
I
ago.
think it's the way the game
I saw a
is
couple.
taught.
Yeah.
It's exactly.
Or not taught in this.
now is it the way it's taught? Because
Or not taught in this country.
Well, the way it's played.
I'm a play devil's advocate. Is it because of how they learned it and now can come in and dominate a league where now we know the top 500 players in the world doesn't play in the NBA. We know that, right? Can everybody say that?
Not the top 5. Huh?
Not the top 500 best players in the world does not play in the NBA.
Yeah, not the
Maybe top 150, coach.
200. I'm gonna give him
200.
I'm gonna split it in
150,
half. I'm gonna go
200.
250.
Because everybody else are specialized guys that fit a role to win a championship.
Right.
Is that safe to say?
Right.
Okay, so now when you look at those guys you just mentioned, would they ever reach the status of an American-born player that we've seen? The level.
I mean, if Mike is the
LeBron.
Right. I was
Mike
gonna
and
say,
LeBron,
like,
that's gonna be
LeBron,
pretty
and
hard
Kobe,
to
like,
reach.
Yeah.
So when it comes now, we do see a difference now because there's a lot of Canadian-born guys. You know what I mean? Nigerian-born guys.
More than
Like,
people think.
More than you think that's in the league doing their thing.
My fifth was gonna be Jamal Murray, but he got hurt. The kid from
guy.
Denver.
He tough too.
That was gonna be my fifth, but he tore his knee up.
He
Yeah.
tough.
Yeah.
But for every Jamal Murray, you got your Lillards, you got your Currys, you
Yeah,
got your
we've been getting lucky because we get a guy like Donovan Mitchell out of nowhere.
yeah,
Man.
for your
He-
guy.
He's saving us, you know what I'm saying? But
But now break it down. Let's pull back a couple layers, Coach Debonair, Mr. Lee. When you look at those guys' game, right? Because I used the word sexy earlier. Jokic has done something which I didn't know he did. I seen this the other day. He's the first player to have 2,000 points. I think 1,000 rebounds and 500 assists,
I saw that.
or something like that. Don't quote me on that. We've never seen that happen. Now, obviously, that has something to do with where the game is gone. like where the game is, how the game is being played at this point.
Yeah, how the
You know what I mean? Like
That's
the pace of the game, you know what I mean, speed of the
Style of
game,
play, too.
style of play, shooting threes, you know, all of that. But now, we know Jokic is fundamentally sound. Super slow, super savvy, and super crafty, right? Jokic, right? Doncic, same way.
Yep.
Embiid. A little sexy,
Embiid a
but not
freak.
as
He a big
yeah.
freak.
You know what I mean? He can move, can shoot the three.
Giannis.
And
all
then
of them can pass the basketball.
and then Giannis is just a man child.
Yeah. I like
That covers
Giannis.
that. I like Giannis as well. You know what I mean? And I love his approach and his attitude. But now you don't see none of those guys doing what we're trying to get our kids to do. You can't be with a 7'6" wingspan shooting pull up threes from 35 like Durant. That just don't. You just can't wake up and do that.
See, and what happens is when you get a dude like that, he skews everything, and then these kids watch that it's skewed. You know, I got a 6'10" right now. You know, and he got offers. He could stay. And I told him all the time, man. You 6'10", and he can shoot it from outside,
Right.
but you ain't Kevin Durant. You got to eat inside and then get a little dessert outside. But you got to eat inside.
Got to.
You know what's crazy is when you go watch the national championship game, those that seen it, the last 3 minutes of the game,
Yes, sir.
as much as the big man has been eliminated, what did they do?
Went right in there.
Crunch.
They went in the crunch,
In the crunch.
right on that left block,
Do it.
jump
You know
hook
why? You know why? That's
High
a damn
percentage.
high percentage shot.
So, so that
really
really leads me to believe y'all don't really believe that BS y'all been coaching. Cause in the crunch,
Especially if I got the lead. Now.
you threw it to the block in the crunch.
And if I got the lead. And I'm up by 10.
Right. I'm going, and the last two teams
down.
the last two teams had a traditional big. Neither one of they big shot a three.
Yeah.
We trying to get to the
Can
free
shoot the
throw
three.
line.
You know.
So I'm starting to question: do you really believe all this stuff you be talking about?
Here's the thing.
I do, because that's the way the game is played.
No, I'm talking about the coaches. Like,
Oh yeah.
Here's the thing. I don't know if it's got to do with what you believe or not. It's got to do with what the players believe and what kind of players you have. Because you ain't going to get no players if you ain't going up and down and shooting a few threes.
That's real.
You're not going to get them. I'm
So
just
now-
telling you.
Yeah.
Everybody that's watching,
gotta
Coach
be-
Jones is a high level Division I JUCO coach in the toughest region in America, right? So I got a question for you, Coach. When you look at the style of playing basketball, knowing how much basketball you've played, knowing how much basketball you've coached,
Yes.
you've obviously had to adapt to today's athlete and today's game,
Or
right?
get out.
So when you're recruiting guys, are you recruiting guys based on your style of play and your newfound beliefs in the way the game is being played? Or does that change or vary from year to year, every 2 years, every 3 years, or whatever the case
Year
may
to
be?
year, what you can get your hands on. You know what I mean?
Right.
What's available to you. And then you start looking at the pieces and saying, this is how I imagine playing.
Mm-hmm.
Because I've had to change a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? My first game doing men in college, we shot 38 threes. I said, whoa, hold on, what the hell going on?
38?
38. And I
In
said,
one
hold,
game?
He ain't
Yes.
bat an eye.
And hold
He hit
on.
by 17.
Hold on. They hit by 17 on, but I was like, what the hell going on? I said, fellas, we can't shoot that many damn threes now. That, you know what I mean?
Right.
So then the next game we came out and we shot 30, and I was like, okay, that's a little better.
No matter how small the improvement, I'll continue to encourage.
I was like, all right, 30
I
minutes.
continue to encourage.
I'll continue to encourage,
You know
no
what
matter
I
how
mean?
small the improvement.
And then that's when I was like, but after that first game, I was like, okay, it's done changed, and you're not gonna get these kids now if you ain't playing that way. But I got they 38 to 30. I was like, okay,
Yeah, that was an improvement.
okay,
It was 151 points scored in the NBA game yesterday.
that's ridiculous.
No overtime.
No
Ridiculous.
overtime.
That was the first game I think when it was
Who was
50.
The Nets and
Right. Is it?
yes, the
Ridiculous.
Nets and
Defense is gone.
somebody.
Yep.
gone.
And the spread was like, I think the Nets in Houston, something like that. Now in college basketball, you don't get close to no high points. Like you got teams scoring 19 points in a game.
They teaching D.
You're right. So now, in looking at that in regards to changing the game or the game being
150.
screwed, Debonair,
The game is more entertainment now.
that it's driven towards the entertainment.
Can I play devil's advocate?
Go ahead.
You said the way they play defense in college versus the way they play defense in the league, right?
Mm-hmm.
I think the biggest difference is if you got Villanova playing Kansas, right? There's somebody on that Villanova and or Kansas team who will be working in the bank next year.
Yeah, style of play. You recruit.
There's somebody on the NBA court.
It ain't too many guys. That's
So, like, are the guys in the league just that good?
yes.
Well, it's kind of hard to defend, especially now with the freedom of movement. You can't really touch nobody.
Especially
It's
now
no
with
doubt. It's no doubt about it. That's why
with the carrying and putting handle on the ball and carrying around like a suitcase, you can't guard nobody.
So I remember when
the effort is there. I just think these guys are too big and too skilled.
I went to an NBA game for the first time this year. Well, last year. I watched Toronto play Phoenix.
Okay.
I promise you, these guys didn't start competing until like the last 6 or 7 minutes in the fourth quarter.
Yeah. No, that like you literally drinking beers for the first 3 quarters.
Yeah.
And then after that, you say, okay, go watch the game.
About to lock in.
So what Debonair, great point that you just made, and having a coach and me coaching amateur sports at once upon a time. When you look at the NBA, and I watched enough of it just to learn this, right? You're gonna have a guy that can shoot the 3 at plus 40% on the floor, right? The GM's goal is to have 2 guys on the floor that can create their own shot, and then you got somebody that can control tempo in place and put ball pressure on whoever that may be. Now, small ball is being played because defensively, what guys have to be able to do is be able to make guys counter and shoot more shots where they're uncomfortable doing. Go watch the better teams in the league play. Like the better teams in your league, where you're looking at your Golden State and your remember, we know why the Lakers struggle. They're not efficient.
Yeah.
They
old. But it's really. I mean, you really only got. I can't really consider LeBron old by averaging 30 this year.
No,
you know what I'm saying? Like,
which is ridiculous.
Anthony Davis 28, Westbrook is 32, Melo is 37, who didn't start. Dwight Howard is what, 35?
Yeah, he around that age.
But with what was AD commitment level though? Like,
But
he missed half the games.
Yeah, like he didn't.
He missed 42
games.
games.
At point of this season, he gave you a 10-game stretch.
But here go the silver lining for the Lakers. Malik Monk about to get some money because he showed what he can do.
Yeah, right. Like some Malik Monk.
You know what I mean? He showed what he can do without leaving Charlotte, playing on a better team, but also being able to just maximize what he's able to do as a basketball player. But the way the NBA game is being played now.
Look at this. My favorite team in the tournament to watch was the Houston Cougars.
Okay.
Because
one of mine too.
They wasn't real big, but they get after your ass.
Mine was Miami.
And then they was crashing them. It was gang rebounding and all of that. Now, the problem with them was they couldn't score.
That's what happened. Can't bite them in the behind. Same thing happened to Miami.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like if you can't. And I mean, you talking about they scored what 42 points in the elite game.
That tournament a different animal.
Man, Kansas locked down
on them.
I kept telling
you about Miami, they couldn't shoot the ball at a high level.
You know, in Miami couldn't shoot.
It was ISOing, going to the basket.
That's what they were doing.
And I told him
they scored 15 points in the second half.
They're gonna start sinking off their man and making him shoot.
The score was 30-25, 32-25 in the first half. Them people scored 15 points in the second half.
Yeah.
And that's going back to what I was saying was you start building around what you got, what you can get your hands on. You see what I'm saying? Like I was just thinking the other day, I'm looking at this dude right now. He's 6'7", 6'8", and he can play the 3. He ain't great at the 3, but he's good at the 3. But 6'7", 6'8", he can jump, he can rebound, he's strong. I'm gonna put him at the 4. Now I'm gonna change my offense and we're gonna go 4 out.
Like
and 1 in.
5, yeah.
When I got a big man, when I take that big man out, we'll go 5 out,
right?
And he can play out.
Dribble drive.
So you adjust to what it is you got. You see what I'm saying? And I'm saying, I can get my hands on this dude. So ain't no need me saying, well, he can do this, he can't do this. I need to say this is what he can do, and this is where I can place him. And now I gotta adjust.
Coach, have you had to and just hearing what you just said, because I know I had to do it. Now, obviously not on the level that you did, but I had to stop using 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 because guys get caught up in that.
Eventually.
So when I hear you say, I'm gonna put him at the 4, will he know he'll 4?
He gonna know he'll 4 because I'm gonna tell him he'll 4. I'm gonna stress he'll 4, and I'm gonna call it a 4. But I'm saying, I said all of that, and I'd be like, but you're not a real 4.
Okay.
You a 3 playing a 4.
These kids get it's so literal.
That'll throw them off.
Yeah,
it do. So what I do is there was no 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 when I played.
I think it had just started when because
it did start around y'all time.
Something I rarely talked about, but literally because I had to play the 4 the first 2 years of UCF, our coach changed into that. He changed our offense to a 4-out 1-in motion because of my skill set.
But see now again, what I just said, I said a lot, but just catch the end part. Once I tell them you in the 4 now, and I've done this in practice, you the 4, this what we doing, don't worry about that. That's just what I'm calling you right now. I'm going to show you that you're going to be more out than in. You understand what I'm saying? But to get everybody on this floor and in my mindset, I got to call you a 4.
That's a hell of a sales job, too.
Well,
It take a lot.
And
that's what you are.
But
You're a salesman.
But what? And that's it is. But but
Yeah.
it's literally.
That's
what I
his
just
word.
said.
That's
That's
his
my
word,
thing
the
right
buy-in.
So even with when you deliver it in that sense, it's like, okay, we have like for me, I would say something along the lines is we have a lot of highly skilled guys. We're going to play small ball right now. This is the position you're going to be in.
Yeah.
Because I know in a literal sense, like how guys get so caught up in numbers.
They do.
I'm a point. I'm
They
a
do.
2. I'm a this. I'm a that. Like I'll be a fool to say I'm your coach and I'm gonna put you in a position that's not gonna make you successful. Because guess what? I don't maintain this by not winning and you not getting to the next level.
Well, now going
That's
back
what
to
they
that,
don't get.
with my 6'10", they was impressed that he could step out, face up, bam, hit the 3. You understand what I'm
Right.
saying? But I had to get him. I'm saying, man, you a 5 and you a 4, but I'll let you step out here like a 3. Them kids, you take away them numbers, they done got so used to them numbers, they got to hear them, but then you got to soothe their little soul and say, but that ain't what you are, though.
Right.
And I'm going to use you. I'm going to still let you do what you do. All right? You just got to get it within what we doing.
So
And
the
you
guy-
got to know.
The 6'10", you got a pretty decent game. He can step out and hit the 3.
Yeah.
I'm just curious, American or non-American?
None.
9.
Exactly.
There you go.
I was just wondering. Boo,
Yeah.
that's all.
Next phase. Right? Where we at?
And it's amazing because they taught different. The game, they out of the country. They taught how we used to be taught.
That's where
Yeah.
that's where you go.
Probably
Because
30, 40 years ago.
I watched the whole workout, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now, I give a lot of these highly skilled guys credit. I really do. But, and I'm talking about skill. When you seeing guys like Tatum and like I'm talking about the younger guys, Jaylen Brown, and
Right.
like these guys are so skilled, it's unreal.
Oh, yeah.
But I watched a workout. I watched a couple stretches of multiple workouts. Not one time did a guy ever do a pump fake.
No.
Did one guy ever change a pivot?
No.
Did not one time.
But now, it ain't being taught as much. It is at Villanova.
Right.
And bounce passes.
And my goodness,
And you
is
see
being
what
taught.
happened.
Yes,
And look
sir.
at-
Right. Well,
Look at
Yes, sir.
it don't change.
No.
What you said? You didn't see a what?
One time.
A pump fake?
No.
Zach Randolph from the state of Indiana.
Get that house to ground.
How much you think he made in his NBA career?
100.
400 million?
200.
Pump fake, slow,
Yeah.
finish with both
Little body
hands around
contact. Little body contact.
I'm gonna say this and we're gonna move on because you just asked me what we were. When we grew up, I used to be able to watch and tell where a dude was from.
Yeah.
The
'Cause of
DMV
the game.
guys, you
Yeah.
can tell.
No, that's over.
they shoot
You know what I'm
the
saying? They
Yeah.
jab,
Yeah.
ball fake at eye level.
Let's go.
The Detroit guys was kind of all over the place, kind of irky jerky. They hit you with the Steve Smith. The Chicago guys gonna be tough. The New York guys go back to ball. You can't even tell where nobody's from now because everybody's doing the same, wrong hand finish.
Yeah.
Everybody got
Literally.
the same trainer. You can't even tell. Like if you told me Jason Tatum from St. Louis, I'd have been like him and Jaylen Brown. All their games look exactly the same.
So that tell you, ain't no more playing on the playground, learning
That's
your
why.
game that way.
Yeah.
It's somebody,
That's why.
everybody doing the trainers.
Like,
and
the game is evolving so fast. You don't even see guys that play like Carmelo Anthony.
I was just
You don't even see
thinking him.
guys play like LeBron. Like you'll never see a guy that play like Kyrie.
So hold on, you just said don't nobody play like Melo. Whenever I hear Melo,
Nobody.
to me it go in levels. It's Walt Williams, it's Lawrence Moulton, it's Melo.
Boy, you going by
it's
some
KD.
names there, boy.
They all have the same exact game because they're from the DMV.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
And look at the versatility. I can beat you off the triple threat.
And all on
Not that
all
triple.
of them
Why is it
Can't
called a
tell.
triple threat? Because you can pass,
shoot,
and dribble.
right? Or, you can pass from here. You can shoot from here.
Nobody
Or you can
knows
drive
it.
from here.
Cause they put that thing right on the ground, bro.
Hey, listen, two
Like-
things, man. When you
How much
get
time we
them,
got left, Coach Nate?
We right here. We got
Yeah.
15.
when you get them dudes from them international players, they easy to spot. Cause when they walk in the gym, they get in front of the rim, and they shoot one, and then they back up and they shoot one.
I'm
And they
I'm training
When
in
we
Denali
walk
Duncan
in the
right now.
gym,
Ask him how his
it's
how
a
was
3.
broke.
The first thing we
Oh,
shoot.
you better not think about it. You better grab that, put that hand behind that back, and do this right here.
That's real.
Because when you have those fundamentals, it's over with. You can add on all that other stuff.
You can add it.
And believe it or not, it's easier to learn than anything. Your posture just got to change. Your footwork got to get better. Yeah. But when you're talking about the fundamentals, a jab, he relaxed a little bit. Get up on your toes. Show him the ball. Man, Jokic's killing cats in the league right now. He's killing people.
Coach John, what you tell people about the basketball when a guy got the ball?
Show it to him.
They don't want you.
They don't want you. They want the ball. They want the ball.
So why you think the DMV guys can ball fake at eye level?
But see that
get this big and you jump and then they gone.
But guess what?
But ain't no more playground.
That ain't nothing I heard from Krzyzewski. Nobody, the boys on the playground say. You know what I mean? When we was growing up, they were like, "Man, give me that rock. I want the rock."
Right. I want that rock.
Prime example. Remember, Rich used to coach us from the housing authority.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Rich was from Chicago.
Yeah, that is right.
Where Rich used to shoot it from. Same thing.
Yep.
Boom.
Right.
Left.
Yeah.
Right.
Yep.
Ain't no more playground playing. Ain't nobody go out there. Mario get to the court early, they go take us down. Now you got to sit there. Now when you get on with the old dude, you bet not miss a shot. You better be passing. And you got to guard somebody.
That's real.
Better shoot a sure one. You ain't no jacking from all the way out there. Hey, I saw something with Joel Gervin one time. Joel Gervin said, they say, man, this and that. He said, well, man, you know how Gervin is. He said, I ain't shooting no threes and all that, man. He said, that's a low percentage shot. He said, I wanted to shoot a high percentage. He said, I shot over 50% for my career.
He is. He like 51%.
Yeah, he said, I was about a high percentage shot. He said, don't mean I couldn't shoot threes. He said, and when I had to or we needed, I might shoot some. He said, but it's a low percentage shot. And it's too many dudes playing now where, and I tell my dudes this, I say, y'all more interested in taking a shot. I'm interested in making a shot.
Yeah.
Which means I ain't going to take nothing I don't think I can make.
You're going to play to your strengths.
That play
That's
to your
hard
strengths.
to teach them that.
What?
My God.
Man.
Kobe is hard.
With all this social media,
Bro,
that's a big.
Yeah. I have boys watching this stuff.
Bro, I've sat on some parent interactions with Coach Reed.
Oh my goodness.
Coach Reed trying to tell them we go work on core stabilization, getting to your spot, elevating, blah blah blah. You have a parent who can't play dead in the cowboy movie, telling Coach Reed what their vision is.
Yeah.
Yeah, it could be your vision all you do.
When you gonna walk on the? Somebody asked me when can we work on the step back, and then I'm gonna take him and drag him and all that. I said when you learn how to dribble.
You know what? I listen. There's a lot of stuff that's come up in just organic conversation with my executive admin and AP. Me and her was talking today. Give her a quick shout out. Hey, shout out to AP.
Yellow go.
Today we were talking, and she said you might need to have a clinic. You just made me think about this, Debonair. You might need to have a clinic of parents.
Make sure I get a cut.
Parents being a parent of a student athlete as an amateur,
right?
Not as an amateur in high school. So I said, I say the first thing I'll say is, what are your expectations of a kid and how good is your kid? Now, we know most parents are obviously going to be biased when they say that. Then after that, you say, all right, well, what's your credentials? Where did you play? How long did you play and what did you do? Most of them are going to say, well, I'm the assistant manager at Honeywell. I work for Hilton.
That don't count?
I own PD.
That ain't what you asking them when you say like where you played and what you do.
Yeah, no.
You want to know like their pedigree.
Their pedigree.
Like you got.
So then after that, once you bring the morale a little bit up in the room, then you acknowledge, well, you don't need to say anything besides drop them off and drop your check off, because if you're talking about developing your kid, then shut the hell up.
Pretty much.
Listen, before I train anybody, you a good man, because that's why I don't really train, because I've told them when they come, I'm not a babysitter. And I'm not going to take this the way where you want it, and you're not going to tell me how to do it now. And that's okay, because this is your child, and you paying me.
Yeah.
But I don't have to have this. But you came to me, because this is what I do. And I'll train them for you, and I promise you'll see improvement. They will get better, but it's got to be on my terms.
Yeah.
That's it.
What do I always say that the problem with youth sports is? The adults.
Yeah.
That's the problem.
Always has been.
With youth sports, that's the problem. Ain't nobody's being honest with their kid. Nobody's being honest. We was talking one day, Boo used to coach. Everybody up here done coached before. And my partner was like, well, why you don't be saying nothing to the coach? What you take away from the house whenever you coaching? 2-3 hours a day?
Yeah. Easily.
Couple hours a day?
I was actually taking
more than that.
Yeah, I was
5-6 hours.
Yeah.
So that's something I'm not willing to do. So the fact that I'm not willing to do it, I damn sure ain't gonna come out here and critique you. And you are willing to do.
And basically what he's saying is, if you respect any coach, man or woman.
I'm bringing Gatorade slices. I'm bringing Gatorade. I'm talking about Gatorade slices. Orange slices.
Okay, that Gatorade slices, but we might need to trademark that. Gatorade. No, they got the slices.
Damn.
They do got the little slices.
I'm bringing orange
They got
slices.
them. See, look, we thought we came up with something.
I'm bringing the Cuban, the turkey sandwich tray from Publix. I'm not willing to be out here on no Monday at 6 o'clock from 6 to 8 o'clock.
Right.
So why would I come out and critique somebody who is willing?
So you basically say you respect all coaches that take away from the family.
Oh yeah.
You
Not
coach
a-
my son. What I said when you coach my son?
Man, you used to talk all the time, man. Like, you know what I mean? Just come in and try to make suggestions on the practice schedule and this,
That's
that.
what I was doing. Y'all
Nah.
was practicing at 6 in the morning.
6 in
I
the
was
morning.
coming in there complaining.
Yeah.
I'm dropping that joke off the car and even start rolling.
Yeah, for real. Yeah, never. But few and far between, man. I understand, parents and their ideology with their kids and the level of understanding in regards to that piece of it. But at the end of the day, man, it's not enough, respect when it comes down to that piece. Everybody knows everything. Everybody knows everything.
Coach
Like,
Jones say basketball is so simple, everybody think they can do it.
That's the problem with it. It's a real simple concept. The game is simple. You ain't got to put no spin on the ball. You ain't got to read the ball coming in like baseball, the golf ball. You ain't got to hit it with a little
You ain't gotta
skinny
read the
thing.
green, all
You ain't
that.
got to read the green. It's a real simple concept. Just like right now, I'm sitting here in the light right there. Throw it through there.
That's it.
There's a hoop up there. Throw it through the hoop. Score and then stop somebody. That concept's simple, and everybody think that they can do it, but everybody can't do it.
I think that's with most sports.
Yeah.
Even the baseball and the football, until they get up there, standing out box in a 95-mile-per-hour fastball
Coming at you.
coming at you.
Down
You
the
just made
chute.
me remember
And
something.
you talking about
Baseball. We used to be at Nolly baseball game. This is my favorite thing to hear parents say. The kid pitching. Just throw strikes.
yeah, if it was that
You
easy.
don't think he up there trying to throw
Yeah,
strikes?
if it was that easy.
well, I had my first taste of travel baseball today on Saturday. Like, Saturday, I was able to witness, like, a high-level travel baseball, baseball field that probably cost – I didn't know baseball fields was all turf now.
Oh, they pretty.
I was like,
That's
are
a
you kidding?
whole. It's different now, man.
They're charging $10.70 to get in. There's probably 4,000 parents
And they
there.
wanted on the
Charging
In
card.
and
how
out.
much to get in?
$10.70.
And they wanted on that card.
Only on all car.
Yeah.
So then you walk in and you see what's going on, and I'm like, you got 5 fields over here, you got 5 over there, and I'm like, but it's the same stuff, man. I mean, you talking about, youth sports, man.
Bad
It's
place, boy.
it's different. It's different.
I know one thing about it. It's recession proof.
I promise you that.
Definitely that.
I promise you that.
Right now,
Hey, listen, ain't no limit what people gonna pay for their kids, me
you-
included.
You could be a car salesman.
Me included.
Tell somebody, hey man, this
I'm
car
telling you, well.
is gonna save you X amount of dollars on gas. It ain't in the budget right now. You tell that same person, hey,
I try to
they'll find the money. They'll
Yeah.
start
$100 an hour.
They'll start taking
That's
their
real.
lunch to work. They'll stop eating their lunch to find that. But I'm gonna tell you, we at a spot right now in the program. We've been gone for a little while, so we got about 7 minutes left. I got a who did it better. That's gonna be near and dear to your heart
Okay.
and yours as well. We got 2 of them, so we can discuss them. Who did it better? He just watched them on the podcast. Adrian James or Marshall Falk.
Ooh.
Interesting.
I'm Edge.
I'm going Marshall. I wore the shoes.
I'm going Edge.
I'm going Edge
I'm
too.
going He caught it out the backfield, and let me tell you something. And I got a childhood memory of Marshall Falk.
And that's not the slight
At-
Marshall.
Either one
You
of them,
cannot
right?
slide him.
You
No.
can't slide,
You
if
can't
say
slide him,
right
like-
ahead,
Neither one of them.
But I met
They had-
Adrian James.
but
He
they
a
had
cool
different
dude.
Skill sets,
But I mean,
Marshall wasn't as good as Edge running in between the tackles,
and he wasn't a blocker like
and
Ed.
he wasn't a blocker.
He's
like
a blocker.
Yeah, but he
wasn't like
he
Ed.
wasn't like Ed.
but if you'd have said
you couldn't-
LaDainian Tomlinson, but I ain't even go there.
but
Like,
you
That's why I
can't-
made it as
but then
difficult
you
as
can't
I
take-
could.
You can't take Edge and put him in that offense that the Rams had.
no,
No.
because
That's a good
nobody
point.
was like
That's a
fast
good
like
point.
Marshall.
You see what
That's a
I'm
good
saying?
point.
But see, let me tell you something. And I think all of us went straight to NFL career. Did anybody do it better than Marshall Falk in college?
Ooh, that's a good question.
It's a very good question.
Now,
tough.
I seen
It's
somebody
tough.
cut the fool for 3.
I watched that
3
man
years
run
in a
on
row.
clay.
I seen Reggie Bush cut the fool for 3 straight years.
Yeah, that's real now.
And somebody on the low who
Listen.
gets credit. I watched Darren McFadden cut the fool for 3 years in a row at Arkansas.
Yeah,
Yeah, what happened in the pros?
just like Darius
Another
Juice.
level.
Darius Juice did the same thing.
No, he ain't cut up like them.
You know what I'm saying? But I'm talking about like, he did his thing. But I'm saying like,
Oh,
he
them dudes,
got
like,
drafted. No, in
McFadden
college.
was like 18,
Yeah,
17,
McFadden
19.
did his thing. I mean, but you got when you talk about those guys, McFadden.
Are we splitting hairs if we talking about Edge and Marshall?
We splitting hairs, bro.
Oh, okay.
I'm going Marshall because I got a childhood memory when that joker was running on that clay at San Diego State.
Tearing it
my
up, kicking it up,
God,
kicking it up.
Listen, and the way he was shaking cats, you know what I'm saying? Edric old school and bad though. Like I mess with Edric.
Ed gonna bring that hard head in that lunch period. That's my type of guy.
I mean, Marshall cute.
Marshall.
He cute. He real sexy.
He cute, but we ain't down saying like
Like Dion. Yeah, cute and tough. Like we
yeah.
down, man. Just like say the same thing about Deion Sanders. Like
Yeah.
Dion, that guy.
One of them cats like straight to the point. Like,
Yeah.
I know you just watched it.
me
So
all
who you
time.
I knew you were
I'm
big
Edge.
Adrian though.
Get me on time, let me get 10.
Marshall.
Let me beat you.
Them folks with that scrap on.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
With that air down the side.
See, but Marshall couldn't wear your defense down like Edge.
Nah.
Give me on time, I'm gonna beat
But-
your linebackers up.
He ain't got to wear my defense down, but guess what? On that scout report, you prepared for me.
28 got a big circle
Yeah.
around.
You better not put no linebacker on me, coach.
Yeah.
You better not put no linebacker on me.
That's
I
dumb.
promise you that.
I'm gonna go.
Who did it better? Look, you make it 2-2. You going with Edge too? You're a Florida boy. You going with Edge?
You got the U.
I might go with
You got the
got
U.
I know you going with Edge. Like
Marshall was tough.
man, that Marshall
remember
was
watching-
ridiculous.
I
Tough, man.
remember Buster telling me.
Nick, do you know much about those two guys? Who you going with?
It's that tough.
See, cause Marshall catch you out there on the island and leave you.
What?
Undress
Take your
you.
clothes off.
It's violence.
Clothes off.
You know how
You're
I got-
naked. You gonna get naked.
You know who turned me on to Marshall? Buster.
Huh?
That's
Yeah.
what he said.
I
Yeah.
just
Buster said it's a dude who played for San Diego State. He had 319 yards rushing. I told Buster, ain't no goddamn body had no 319 yards in one game. He said, stay up next Saturday and watch him.
Stay up next Saturday.
listen, man. That
That man went for like 286 in 3 quarters.
Listen,
Buster talking about somebody
Man,
had
listen,
three-
I
I
love
said,
Marshall
boy, nobody
Faulk, man.
had 319 yards.
What's
Marshall
your,
fought with that new school, Eric Dixon.
Whoa.
Yeah, I miss with
Whoa.
ED.
You going too far.
The new school, Eric
That's
Dixon.
my guy. You talking about Putty.
I can't do
That
that.
was Putty.
See,
ED
I
was
can't-
Putty.
And I don't compare the shorter running backs
To
with
the tall.
I don't either.
Because I play like it's a different style of running.
hey,
It is,
and
but,
they,
but
used,
it,
they used to tell you don't come through that hole standing up like that.
But guess what? Marcus Allen,
And them were big dudes.
Yeah.
Them was big dudes.
They just standing up coming
Hey,
through
You
there.
couldn't get no good lick on
What they
them.
say about ED?
Hey, but Terrell Davis was the same way.
He wasn't as big as
Nah, he
him,
wasn't as
though.
big, though.
Oh, John, what they say about ED? You can sit a Coca-Cola on his head all day, won't spill a drop.
And you know what? And you know what?
Full seal.
And you know what ED taught us? But keep your head inside your body. Don't ever
Yes,
get
sir.
outside
That's
your
real.
body.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
I got another one because we've been gone for a while. Boy, he about to have a fit. He gonna have a meltdown. Who did it better, Coach Reed? Mike Vick or Randall Cunningham? Who did it better, y'all at home?
At the house, who did it better?
Who did it
Mike?
better?
A cutting hand.
I'm talking about. I sat down last night and worked on these hills.
Yeah.
Coach Reed, who did it better?
And this
That's
cut-
easy.
He's a cut. He gonna call Cunningham.
easily Randall Cunningham.
Oh, okay.
Went 15-1 with Minnesota in late
And
30s.
And I was at that
Yeah,
game. The Bucks
yeah,
beat
listen,
them. The Bucks
listen.
beat them. I was at that game.
Hey, listen, everybody go compare my guy's stats compared to Michael Vick.
Yeah.
You kidding me?
That's what we thought it was.
And they had the quarterback competition who had the strongest arm in the league for probably 10 years straight. And he punted the football. But forget the versatility of Randall Cunningham. Go look at the stats. Just look it up, people. I know most of y'all might be Michael Vick guys. He
I
got
got?
100 million,
Flashy.
this, that, and the other. Take the dog scandal away and all that. If he would have lost him a couple years, my boy blowing that garbage out.
Who you got, Coach Jones?
It's Randall. But
I know these
I'm
good guys.
And then guess what?
I'm gonna use what he said earlier. Mike sexier.
Yes, sir.
all
we
day
gonna talk
long.
like that, yeah. But Randall,
pretty sexy too. Now Randall got the rag.
What with that
going.
rag on? Listen, you can't tell me nothing about Randall.
But Randall wasn't running a 4-3.
No, he
there
wasn't.
you go.
So
you go.
now we
That
go with
was
the new
the-
school physical
No,
attribute.
But
No.
listen, it looked at King.
Vic was
King,
getting missing.
King.
No, Vic was
Listen, King.
gifted.
Randall couldn't take a 3-step drop and then pew,
No,
gone.
he couldn't.
See, that's the difference.
But Randall also knew his gifts where he took a 3-step drop, surveyed a little
Right.
bit more, maybe threw a little fake and now time.
But I'm Randall though. I'm Randall.
Yeah,
you know
Randall
what?
was
And-
an all-around better player.
Now we know he was like hands
Mike
down he was a better
more
player.
athletic,
Right.
But Mike was way more athletic. If Mike would have ever threw accurate footballs and all that,
Right.
went to the playoffs only one time.
Slick Vic.
Once. We went every year with Randall.
Stop. Y'all ain't go every
So what you got to say now, Nick? Since you were Mike Vick.
He
Now
don't
I said what I said. What he got to say now?
Guess what, too, though? Guess what? Mike Vick ain't never have a defense like Randall Cunningham had.
He didn't.
No, he didn't.
So, but now we're going team sport wise.
You said playoffs. You said playoffs.
I did bring up playoffs.
You brought up playoffs.
But who fault that is? Randall's or the GM?
Nobody's.
But it's the whole team got to help you get to the playoffs, Ken. You got two sides of the ball. You can score, but you can't stop nobody from scoring.
But right now
do that.
So who getting all the blame?
About the playoffs,
Who's getting all the blame right now? Is Lamar Jackson getting the blame in Baltimore or the coach and the GM? Exactly.
They killing Lamar Jackson.
They killing him right
Oh
now.
yeah.
But so when that don't make it right.
But you know it's a contract year, so they go try to
don't make it right.
When it come to playing that position and the importance of it, obviously when it come down to it, and then when you take, we did have a defense in Minnesota.
All right.
When Randall led the league in passing yards.
All right, so time out.
When he led the league in passing yards.
Watch this right here, coach. Watch this right here. So, you think Trent Dilfer would have went without that Baltimore defense?
Not at all.
Yeah, Trent Dilfer was like that.
You think Brad Johnson would have went without that Buccaneer defense?
Not at all.
Okay.
So, but when it
But you said playoffs.
Yeah, you can't bring. If we talk about individuals, you can't bring up players.
What I'm saying to you is you still
That's
have to
ultimate
draft
team
guys and bring in
yeah.
free agents and all that.
Remember we had a conversation and we was talking about
some of the worst quarterbacks has won Super Bowl.
We was talking about the way they do all the stats. I think they do it based on just the regular season because the playoffs ain't a given for everybody.
True story.
You know what I'm saying? So yeah, we can't bring up playoffs.
And
before we
got something to say.
No, before we sign off, I'm finna get Coach Reed really mad. Cause he don't want to tell me who did it better. He was just at the New Edition concert with his little sharp set on, his little linen.
Feel that.
Who did it better? New Edition or Jodeci?
Jodeci.
Coach Reed?
Jodeci.
Coach Jones?
Any heartbreak, baby.
Any heartbreak. You know why he say any heartbreak?
Any heartbreak, baby.
Because no, it ain't because he's just there. He love him.
Any heartbreak, baby.
Listen.
And now you know I'm signing out, y'all.
Not slick. Blow.
It's driving me out of my mind.
Coach Jones, who you got? Jodeci or New Edition?
I got Jodeci.
I'm Jodeci.
I'm gonna go ahead. I'm a New Edition guy.
Let me tell you something. You was not walking in your house, burning some candles. Any
G. I'm not an R&B guy like you.
Listen. Can you hear me out for a second?
Yes, sir.
Right? Because you are just because guy. You got somebody you love in your castle.
Man.
All that, this, that, and the other. Coach Jones, the OG up here. I promise every last one of y'all and anybody that's ever been in love or love somebody or whatever it may be, if you want to set the tone,
set the mode.
You're not gonna put on New Edition.
Gotta set
you ain't putting on New Edition. You might put on Johnny Gill.
So they
you
don't
might
have
put on.
any
Hold on.
Jams, Reed.
Listen, New Edition. We talking about all 5 of them.
7 of them.
If you ain't singing Telephone Man or
Reed, don't do that.
Can you stand the rain?
That's one.
Damn, Reed.
That's one.
No, they got more
hits.
hits.
Come and talk to me. I really don't.
Listen.
Listen.
So it's not really. Folks at home, Coach Reed said it ain't even close.
Jodeci. Set the mood, set the tone, put Jodeci on before you put on New Edition. Hands down.
When you trying to set the mode?
Set the mode, or you just want to vibe or something, or you might be fiending for something.
I think what happened is you start talking about the impact, the length of the career.
I heard that. I caught that.
Hey, listen.
Say that again, old head.
You start talking about the impact, the length of the career, the name, all that. Then it's New Edition.
But that ain't what we talking about. We talking about take my money, my house and my car for one hit a week. Well, he fiending for that thing. He say, take my money, my house, and my car for one hit a week.
So let me ask you
this. That thing that precious. You hear me?
Let me ask you this, Coach Reed. So you don't know the choreography, there's no New Edition video.
Of course I do, and Michael Jackson as well. But
who you got?
I'm an NE guy.
We all are NE guys.
But
I'm saying,
going to what he said, like
who I'm picking?
Setting the tone,
everything. You not listening.
No, that was Snoop said.
No. He was right.
Well, listen. What?
So Jodeci opened the show?
Yes.
And you said they should have been the headline.
They were dead wrong for doing that.
They gave the headline.
That man
They gave
said.
the people about 15 minutes.
That man
No
said.
minutes, dog.
That man say, "Forever, my lady."
Bro, listen.
Ooh yeah. It's like a dream.
Come on.
I'm holding you close, keeping you warm. If this is ecstasy, boy. I mean, come on.
Sign us out, man. Come on.
Hey, hit the like button. Hit the like. Hit the like. Hit the.
Come on, man. Sign us out.
Hit the like button. Anything you want to hear us talk about, we'll be back with level of consistency.
Sign us out.
99 ain't good enough when we keep it 100.
We out.